From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Minnesota Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs. Plenty of season left to go. 3 months of football ahead as we are underway here at Week 4. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okurebunan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I'd keep pressing it downfield.
Now the first carry here for the running back. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Touchdown, Vikings!
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Vikings are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
The Chiefs had 0-3 here to begin the campaign, and you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
2nd and 10.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's got his big tight end here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Now a second and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10, down at the 33. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On for the field goal, a 49-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because
a great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Again, it's Pacheco.
And he's going to be hemmed in and locked down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mahomes going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Yellow.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't fumble, really. And he will have the Chiefs first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Mahomes now to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Pass intended for Marquise Brown. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Marquise Brown from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Chiefs 10. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now we'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Let's go now.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Gravity Lion.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Over the middle, complete. That's Palmer. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Tag! 70
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
Jonathan Grenard showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Mahomes to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
23-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Go.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Now back to throw. That's complete to Palmer. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Viking, ready, right?
Now they try the right side here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Okay, great. Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ready, ready.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. In motion, the tight end. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4.
Come on. Hey.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ready. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Cowboy 80.
2nd and 4. Complete. Jefferson the target. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Stretch the Eagles.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Second and 6. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Here we go. Panther 11. Viking 18.
Palmer going to go in motion left.
Ready, right?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now.
That's the score. Vikings 28, Chiefs 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Chiefs. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
1st down, Vikings.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st down, Minnesota.
On the set.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Get it! Go!
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, set! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now this time he'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis C. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Vikings, first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be second in a couple.
A gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And his kick here is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29.
They're on 29-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. They juked him. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's a give up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Come on. Ready, roll.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready.
They'll start out here with option left. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 39.
He's brought down at the
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Get it. Cougar 19.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Ready.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the to the ground. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 93 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. And now here's a carry heading left. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And oh, it's blocked. Oh, the Chiefs have got it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
they can get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Open man has got it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And a pretty move couldn't create much space down just beyond the 35. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And again, it's Mahomes. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him about the 43. They'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 30 yards. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Butker now to add the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Mahomes going to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wins, it's 4th down.
And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit is going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
On the ready.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from a long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And this is caught. It's Brown. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Yellow.
Now it's Mahomes again. That's caught right side by Worthy. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Mahomes will do it himself. And he'll get in. And they're going to drop themselves 2 points closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance, if they want, to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Okay.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Will Reichard on for the Vikings field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Minnesota, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shorten it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blind who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly I can walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creek with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What